Hey guys. So, as the title suggests, today we're going to talk about PTSD. And it's a bitch. More so than depression, because PTSD makes you do stuff. Stuff you regret. Stuff you wish you hadn't done. And there's not a lot you can do about it. Except for know when it's creeping up and learn how to fight it. For those who don't know, PTSD stands for Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder. Let's break this down for you. Post means that something happened in your past that is causing this. Traumatic means that it was traumatic. Now, that does not mean it has to be over the course of a long period of time. It can be a single event. A lot of rape survivors have PTSD. A lot of attempted murder survivors have PTSD. And it only happened once. Soldiers get it from usually from prolonged experiences. Mine's from a prolonged experience. For those who don't know, first 16 years of my life, I was literally beat by my father on a daily basis since he took custody of us when I turned 12. And before that, till my parents divorced, same way, except for it was worse because it was my mom involved too. I took a beating. I spent in the hospital a few times. Once was a near-death experience. And this brings me to my PTSD reaction. PTSD has two reactions. One is flight. You get away from the source of what's causing you to remember the trauma. That's not mine. The other is fight. You literally fight what is causing you to relive the trauma with murderous intent. And the reason for this is because the reason my dad stopped beating me is because I put him and my stepmother in the hospital when I finally fought back. It's painful to say. It's painful to acknowledge that you had to break your biological father's arm and face, and then shatter your stepmother's ribs and nearly kill her. But that's the truth. That is the honest to God truth. Welcome to my life. Now, PTSD has other side effects. I've gotten rid of most of them. Used to be I freaked out when touching metal. And some of you go, well, that can't be that bad. Try picking up a fork. And it feels like you're grabbing onto a cactus. Try grabbing a metal doorknob. And it feels like you literally just picked up a balled up porcupine in your hand. And that's not even an exaggeration. That's how it feels. That's the sensory input that your body gives your hand and the nerves. And it took a while to get over that. I can touch metal with no problem. But you know what? Something I'll never be able to get rid of? The nightmares. And what's worse is I've developed night terrors, which means that my body animates when they're happening. I have given people black eyes. I once broke my lover's nose. I love you, Sophie. The reason I put you against the wall is so I won't be able to push you off the bed. Because it's gotten milder over the years. But there's still that occasional night It's only happened once in the last 5 years. But they get pretty goddamn bad. The other effect of night terrors, when you wake up, they don't stop. Remember I said I'm crazy? Well, it's bona fide. The dreams are so real to me that they continue when I wake with mild hallucinations. It's chemically induced in my brain. Now, I could take medication to get rid of them, but it would also decrease my emotional capacity significantly should I take said medication. And that sucks. So fuck that. I don't want to be a walking emotionless bag. So I deal with them. I meditate. I work through it. I remind myself it's not real, no matter how much my body feels it. I just keep telling myself it's not really there. And eventually, it goes away. Usually, they only persist the first about hour since I woke up, especially since I've gotten myself into a meditation ritual to clear my mind. And now I can go into a meditative state whenever I need. I'll be quite honest. It's a shitty way to live sometimes. It's one of the reasons why depression for me is so hard to fight. It doesn't help that I still hear people telling me I'm worthless. That I'm scum. But you know what? That's okay. Furthermore, it's a lot to work through and a lot to take in, I know. And if you guys want to unsubscribe, I don't blame you. Which reminds me, what's up with people fucking unsubscribing when I release, like, Dwarf Warhammer videos? I'm always surprised at this, and I'm like... Because it takes a lot for me to unsubscribe from a channel. Like, a lot. I just don't understand why people subscribe if they know that, you know... Because to me, like, YouTube is where I get all my entertainment. I don't have Netflix or anything, but anyway. If you want to unsubscribe, I don't. It's fine. I just get... It's very difficult to work through. And, it's painful. It's hard to get through this. It's hard to talk about this. But yeah. Those are the things I deal with, which is why I come to the internet. I put on armor so thick that a mouse would ask what my secret is. And so... yeah. I know there's a long pause here. But it's hard to talk about this. It genuinely is. And I want to get through it, and I want to be stronger for it. I have friends who are soldiers who deal with PTSD. And since my response is always to fight, I'm the type of person who you look at and goes, everything okay? And I go, no. And he goes, is there anything I can do? And I go, no. And then you come back and say, here, I built a pillow for it, and here's some cocoa, get in. I'll calm down eventually. If I were to have a PTSD attack on stream, the stream would end. Flat out. No questions asked. Hasn't happened yet, thankfully. And I am not going to reveal my trigger here today, as some of you might, but that's because I know there are trolls who would try to use it against me. So there you have it. What I go through every day with PTSD. What I have to fight for just to get out of bed in the morning. So, yeah. There's what I had to say. Heard all you guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for helping me get through this. And thanks for listening. I'm gonna wrap this up and go shower and get ready for World of Tanks, okay? See you guys there. Hopefully. Bye for now.